At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
Our good friend, long lost Amanda. That's your new name.
Long lost Amanda.
Long lost Amanda. Oh, shoot.
I just wander. I just wander aimlessly, hoping somebody will find me.
So the funniest part was today, I passed our good friend Chris Henry in the hallway, and he said, so the last time, so we get on Chris Henry's nerves real bad. Because we're both bubbly and like cheery in the morning. And we just annoy him to no end. So anytime that we get together, he's like, great. What does he call us? The something twins. Anyways, I pass into the hallway and I go, he goes, Amanda's coming in. And I said, oh my gosh, good morning. Are you not so happy to have us both together? And he said, yeah.
But that's Chris Henry at 3:00 in the afternoon. I mean, now listen, this is not normal Amanda happy in the morning. I'm just happy to be here and see you guys.
Yay!
Yeah, because normally I'm like,
I hate mornings.
Right?
So Courtney and I were having this discussion the other day, and this has nothing to do with why you're here. We'll get to that. But so Courtney and I were talking about how the fact that both of our husbands are like super morning people and like jump out of bed and are ready to roll. And I'm just like staring off into space, trying to like get my brain going. And she said the same thing. Like she said, I've told Mike a million times, like, don't talk to me in the mornings because like, it's just not good. Like, I don't want to talk to you in the morning. Yeah. So, and my husband's the same. Like, we get out of bed and he starts talking like, so today we've got la 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 to do. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think? What should we do about this thing?
Like,
what do you? And I'm like,
stop. Overload.
Every morning it's like that. And I'm like, after 20 some years, you would think,
right?
that would like click that this is not working.
Well, it's the same for me, but alternately, I also am that way in the evening. So at like 9:00, I'm like, don't talk to me. I've got to go to bed. I'm more of a like 2:00 in the afternoon kind of person.
Same.
You want to talk and you want me to be productive, we'll talk at 2:00 in the afternoon.
So my thing is, unless I have like lunch, I can't function because I don't know why. It's like, I've got to like eat lunch and then come find me and I can rule the world. But yeah, same. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a guy versus girl thing. Are you guys like morning people or?
Aubrey's on your side.
So James said it's the same with his relationship.
I get up and start doing stuff and she's like, no.
I wonder if that's girls versus boys or it's just
I think it's just your genetic
just the way
makeup.
we are.
I don't think it has anything to do with
because I know
gender.
Dylan's not a morning person.
I'm not a morning person.
No.
Yeah. No. I mean, listen, I can do mornings. I don't like mornings. I can do them.
Same. Like if I have to, but I have to like know in advance.
Right.
To mentally prepare myself to be like ready to think.
Sure.
In the mornings.
Sure.
I mean, yeah. But anyway. So
here we are annoying Chris Henry.
Yes. So that was our whole point is we're like, hey, Chris, oh my God, we get to see each other. We hug and we're like, "Yeah." And he's just like, ugh.
So you guys were talking about morning people. I'm just curious. Do you think this person's a morning person?
That's not nice.
Courtney, look what we did to her.
That's not nice. Did you hear me giving you crap this morning, Courtney? No.
Oh, well, we'll just have to do it again.
Okay, I'll
so
just have
she
to do
can
it
hear
again then.
Yeah. So anyway, this is Amanda's favorite character on
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn. And that's what, is that Malachi or what's it?
Isaac. Is it Isaac or Malachi? I don't remember. Either, whoever.
Whichever little
Terrifying
creepy fart it is on Children of the Corn.
And I think he's supposed to be like a kid, but he looks like he's 90. I don't know.
But look at, I mean, like, okay, so the casting call for that, like, they're like, okay, we need all of you people to bring in your kids.
Bring in your
the
menacing
ugliest,
looking kid.
creepiest looking kids that this is what we're looking for. And they need to look like they are going to bite your face.
This is not a pretty baby contest, people. We need some mean, scary kids.
Yes. If you don't all remember, we terrified Amanda with this image a few years ago. And so she's never gotten over it. So we just thought that we would bring it up and bring it back to you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
No, I still have not understood that Children of the Corn movie because it's not like a whole lot of stuff happens, but it is like the creepiest, scariest thing of all time.
I think anytime you have like kids who like take over and
rule
start
the world,
killing all the adults, and you know, like just that scene in the diner where like the kids are, everybody's like having a good time, and then all of a sudden the kids get up and just start killing everybody.
So when I found that image, I had to look up Children of the Corn, and I don't know what that is. So
listen, Dylan doesn't know what anything is.
But it says 60% of Google users like this movie. I just think that's kind of funny. Like 40% of people that have Google are like, no.
Well, it's because they're the people like me who are like, that's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Okay,
and it's the music. It's the children's voices singing.
Like, pull up some clips of it and watch it sometime, Dylan. You're going to be like,
of course, probably
it's nightmare fuel.
It's probably like if you went and watched it now, though.
Right. You'd be like laughing.
Yeah. You'd be like, why was I ever scared of that? That's ridiculous.
It's because we all watched it as kids because it was.
It's like it's like when you have that movie in your mind that you watched 20 years ago that was like the funniest movie you've ever seen in your life, and you still like you're like quoting the lines and everything, and then you're like, oh, you tell your kids like, you gotta watch this movie, it's so funny, good. And then you watch it with them and you're like,
it's not. Wait,
I remember it being funnier than this.
Oh God, and then there's the movies that just never. And like we watched, we got home late. We had a beer event last night in Circleville, so we got home late, and you know, you're just looking for something to turn on. So like Wedding Crashers was on, which is probably, I mean, that may be my top all-time favorite movie of all time.
Belly
like
laughing.
I mean, just those two together are hysterical.
Absolutely.
But there's so much stuff in that movie that happens that is just so wrong. And anyway, I'm just sitting there dying, and I've watched it for like the 1,000th time. So anyway, but yeah, there's those movies. I feel like a lot of those movies that I am like that. Either Vince Vaughn is in, or
Owen Wilson,
or what's his name from
Elf?
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Step Brothers.
Yes.
All of those. Same. They're all funny. So anyway, and Elf.
Will Ferrell was in Barbie, and he was hilarious.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Have you seen Barbie?
No.
Okay, I've seen it twice.
So, well, if you'd have called me, I'd have probably come and seen it with you.
Oh, well, we can chalk that. We can blame Courtney on that one too.
So here's the deal. So since Courtney did not hear you railing on her the first time on the radio, I think that we need to tell the story again.
Okay.
Before we get to why you're really here.
Okay. All right. So I'm really aggravated with all of you. Every single person in this building, by the way.
Hey, I was on vacay.
I didn't notice that you were not there. So
I was not in the state. Not even close.
You know, so Courtney and I were supposed to go see Barbie, and we were going to go to dinner first. Mm-hmm. And she said, you know, that should work. I've got this thing at 2, but it should be done by then.
Just this thing.
Then a little while later, she says, it's been moved to 4:30, but I should still be good.
Because it's just a thing.
It's just a thing, and we'll go to dinner after that and then go to the movie. It's all good. So then she says, it's been moved to 5:30. And I said, tell Alan you have plans.
Yeah.
Like with me.
with Amanda.
You've got stuff to do. And she just sent back, LOL, haha. We've got something for work, but I'll fill you in later.
So she didn't even tell you? Or
So I'm
invite
like,
you?
okay, all right. So then she sends a message as we're getting ready to leave the restaurant. She sends a message and says, with a picture of her and Mike and Elle King.
This is our thing.
She's like, here's our thing. Are you still at the restaurant or do I need to meet you at the movies? And by the way, can somebody pick me up? What?
I didn't invite you, but I need you to go ahead
Right.
and I didn't tell you anything and I didn't invite you, but I need you to go ahead and pick me up.
Yeah. So not only did she, like one of my very BFFs, not invite me, but all of my other BFFs that work here at Total Media did not think to invite me. I mean, did I mean nothing to this place?
I think that you could have definitely been included in
You
the
would
thing.
think. Yeah.
The thing.
JJ and Rodney have already gotten. I mean, I sent them down the road.
Hey, listen, if it's any consolation, I did not get to attend the thing either.
I did notice that. That's
Yeah.
why you're not on my crap list.
Thanks.
But, James, JJ,
Yeah, James.
Rodney, Matt, Courtney. Oh, who else should I name?
Oh, I mean everyone that works
Everyone.
here. Katie.
Kate, Nathan,
Yep.
Kits.
All-
I mean, everybody.
All of them. They did not tell Amanda about the thing, and she's never going to get over it.
Never going to get over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Or that kid from Children of the Corn.
I'll just remember that.
Courtney was seriously so nervous about telling too many people.
I know. She told me that.
It cracks me up that she was like
She's
so.
she was like afraid
diligent
she was
about
fighting
that.
Candace and JJ.
So funny. Well, it was.
Half the freaking town was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her brother got an invite, but the person who used to work here didn't get one.
The fact that she's supposed to be hanging out with at that very moment.
Right?
Like it could have been like, hey, Amanda, how about we go to the movies another time? Like I have a thing that we should go to together.
Oh, by the way, here's a picture of me.
Yes. With Elle King, with a
okay.
superstar.
Yeah.
Who just happened to be in Jackson.
Right?
That we didn't tell you about. Okay.
That's
Way
okay.
to go, Courtney.
But I am happy for. I mean,
No, it was really
it was a
cool.
great event, and it was
Super cool.
and it was really cool that she got to come into the studio and too. And
Well, trust me, James got an earful too, because I'm like, oh,
I had to schedule this
I'm
on
like,
my vacation.
yeah. I'm like texting him. I'm like, really? Like the most exciting thing that's probably ever happened in Total Media, and I leave. I know. No,
I didn't
in
know anything
fairness,
about it, but I told you that there was something.
he did tell me in fairness that that she would be in town, and of course our good friend Ben Davis Jr., who also works
Sure.
at the brewery,
Yep.
was involved as well. So I kind of knew that through. I knew bits and pieces,
Mhm.
but I just didn't concern myself with it because I knew I wasn't going to be here. But then after I saw like how cool it was, I'm like,
Right.
oh, great, guys. Oh, and then they bring her into Total Media. And I'm like, oh, okay. And James is like, well, I wouldn't have had her. I didn't have her come in and be on the show because I didn't want her to have to talk twice. And I was like, well, if I were here, he's like, oh, well, if you were here, she never got out of here without,
That's right.
without talking.
That's right.
For like 2 hours,
Uh-huh.
probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right.
Yeah.
So you are here, or Miss Amanda is here with your Vinton County Banking Center hat on, or National Bank hat, to talk about something cool, event you have coming up.
Yeah, we do. So we just started thinking about it's back to school time, and the summer's winding down,
Yeah.
and wouldn't it be nice if we did something to celebrate the kids as they go back to school?
Love that.
And we decided to do it in McArthur, which is, where it all started over
Sure.
150 years ago. So, you don't have to be a Vinton County school student to come to the Back to School Bash. It just happens to be in McArthur. But if anybody that wants to come, and you don't have to be a Vinton County National Bank customer to come, and just anybody that wants to come, just
come and have fun.
and have a great time. The event is going to be in McArthur behind our bank branch, right next to the depot.
Okay.
There's a grassy area there, and we're going to have some inflatables. We have 2 inflatables and an obstacle course. We're going to be grilling out hot dogs and have snow cones. We're going to have some live animals for the kids to pet. There will be a fire truck and a vintage fire truck as well for the kids to take a look at. Face painting. We're going to have some of the Vinton County High School football team there to greet kids and to interact with them.
Such a good idea.
So we just have, it's going to be a fantastic day. And I'm going to throw on my,
Your cheaters.
my dollar glasses
Yeah.
so that I can make sure that I don't forget anything. But we also have the OSU Extension Center will be there, and they have some things from COSI, and we have a DJ. So there's going to be live music. It's going to be fantastic. We've got the McArthur Police and Vinton County Sheriff's Department there to talk to the kids and to see their cruisers.
Awesome.
Oh,
That is so
did I mention face painting? Because I love to don't you love little kids running around with their faces painted?
Yes. So at our beer event last night, there was a little girl that came in, not to get beer, but with her dad.
We're not contributing to minors.
No. But she'd obviously been somewhere, and she had little a headband with glitter things, and her whole face was painted. And I was like, oh, that's so fun. So when you said that, I was like, oh, yes, so cute. Love it.
Yeah. And some of our other community partners will be there. So the Vinton County Health Department will be there. They will be giving away traffic safety coloring books and bike locks.
Okay.
Spring Street Sports will be there. They've got some coupons to give away. We've got some nice treat bags to give to all the kiddos. It's just going to be a fun day. And it's all free. It's just come and enjoy yourself. Get a hot dog. Bring your kids to jump on the inflatables
before you have to go back to school.
And we're getting through all the fairs and all of that kind of stuff. And we just wanted to provide something that was absolutely free to the community, and where we can just celebrate the kids and the community. So
love that so much. And when is this exactly?
It is this Saturday from 12 to 3.
Okay.
And I think that people are aware, or maybe they're not aware, of all the things that Vinton County National Bank does for financial education. We have financial education, and most of the schools in our footprint have they have something called Bonsai that teaches them financial literacy to students.
Thank God. I mean, where has that been all our lives?
We have that. And then we also have representatives from the bank who go into the schools and actually teach kids financial literacy. And we have bank days where we teach them budgeting and stuff like that. In some of our schools, we even have where you can go and make a deposit into an account. So
yeah, because whether you have money, from birthdays from grandma and grandpa, or you are actually, having that part-time job or whatever, it's real life stuff.
It is. And we think it's really important for kids to learn when they're young to save and how to manage their money. And, even if it's $5 here or $5 there, it shows them that they need to deposit the money, and they get a little bit of interest on it. And it shows them,
here's the big picture. And, I love when people put these graphics up, and I don't have one in front of me, but if you are 16 years old and you save X amount of money, which seems like nothing.
Right.
By the time you're 30, you will have, and it's some absorbent amount of money. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Or on the other side of the coin, if you have a credit card at this much interest, this is how you get yourself into trouble super quick.
Exactly.
And these are all just things that kids need to know.
Right. And that's one of our goals is to explain those things to kids. And credit is important, right? You need to have credit.
For sure.
But you need to manage that credit properly.
Yes.
So it's good to save, it's good to have some credit. And it's just about balance. So, those are some of the things that we try to teach within the school districts. And we are in the school districts in all of our communities. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that, or we don't publicize that very often. We don't let people know that we're doing that, but we are. We find that it's very important for banks to be involved in their communities and their schools because, I mean, kids need to know these things.
Well, they do for the kids' sake, but it's also future customers for the bank, and it's building a relationship from the get-go, and that's what makes, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, Vinton County National Bank so good is that you all are still treating people like a community bank.
Yeah, and we're constantly making changes. So, we developed this Community Champions account that we rolled out about 3 months ago that is to, just to give back to those people who serve our communities each and every day. And education is a big piece of that. So, teachers, bus drivers, cooks, janitors, whoever works in a school in education can be part of that account. But, in addition, we just are constantly making changes, like for our student checking account. It used to be that once you turned 18, you couldn't be part of the student checking account anymore. Okay. You had to go into a different kind of checking account. Well, now we're going to continue that because, as we all know, I mean, my son just turned 26 and we're going to be kicking him off of our health insurance, but he's just turning 26. And, a lot happens between being 18 and 26. There's a lot of financial education that still needs to happen. Yes. And we think it's important that kids still have the opportunity to have that student checking up until the age of 26. So we're making that change. We're constantly looking for things to make sure that we are doing right by our customers.
That's amazing. Yeah. And it takes an army to come up with all of these ideas and to implement them. And you have such wonderful people working at the bank as well.
We have great people.
Good people.
Fantastic people. In fact, we have some positions open. If anybody's interested in coming to work for us, we'd love to have you. It's a great community.
So what would be some of the positions? Are we allowed to talk about that?
Sure. Okay. Absolutely. So we have a position open right now in customer service. We have a teller position open. I know we have one open we call it collections, but it's not. It's more about relationship building. Our collections department isn't let's go repo a car. Their goal is to work with customers so that they see if a customer is maybe behind a few days or a few weeks, then they call the customer and they say, what's going on in your life? What is it that we can help you with so that they can manage that?
You just need a reminder. I mean, there's been times where they've called me and been like, hey, your payment? And I'm like, what do you mean?
And we've just I forgot.
Forgotten.
That wasn't on auto pay? Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
Right. That's a thing. And then you run right over because sometimes you just need that reminder, or you just didn't get the bill in the mail or something happened because God knows,
and so the nice thing about that position is, you could work in any of our branches and do that position. Okay. You could, so it doesn't even have to be, you don't have to work in McArthur or Lancaster. You could do it from almost anywhere. And again, it's about relationship building and just making sure that we're helping the customer.
Yeah. So love that. So if you're out there and looking for employment,
go to vcnbfamily.bank and click on careers, and you can see all our open positions.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've got lots of different things that are available out there.
Very good.
Security, an IT security person we're looking for. So
okay,
I mean, we've got lots of different things that you can get into.
And I would have to think that you have the federal government, I think, watching over things with banks and whatever. And that's cool. But my goodness, from all of the cyber attacks and all of that stuff, I mean, this is it has to just be getting bigger and bigger that you need security people and
Absolutely. And then there are things that customers can do to protect themselves too.
Sure.
So for example, within our app, we have something called Card Hub that you just click on at the bottom, and it shows you all of your debit cards and credit cards that you have with us. And it will show you what companies have your card on file. What companies?
I've never clicked that button.
What companies you have reoccurring payments with, so that you can see what am I being charged for on a continuous basis.
So good.
You can look at it and see, gosh, it'll categorize things for you. So you can see, I spent 80% of my salary on groceries last month, or I spent it on entertainment, or
How fun.
or I spent it on gas, and it'll categorize those things for you. And it's just a really cool thing. And you can look at every single transaction. It'll even show you transactions based on geography. So all of a sudden, if you see a transaction that happened in California, now you may have purchased something from a company in California,
Sure.
but if you haven't and you see that there's a charge from somewhere in California, you can go, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's not
I don't
right.
know what this is. And
Yeah.
then you can look into it further to make sure it's a legitimate charge.
And that's something that you all should be doing is looking at your bank statement. And with, online banking and things,
Mhm.
things are so easy now
Right.
to check out. You don't have to wait for your paper statement every month
Sure.
to look at things. But yeah, you should be your own advocate too.
Absolutely.
But there's also people looking out for you.
Also, since we're talking about security, I know this is something that scares a lot of people, but if you have a smartphone
Uh-huh.
and you have a digital wallet,
Yes.
let's say you have Apple Pay or Google Pay or something like that, it is the safest means of making a transaction is through your digital wallet.
What?
Absolutely.
See, I've
So-
always been hesitant. I've never
Right.
set it up because
So when you write a check, checks can be forged, right?
Yes.
Or somebody could take a check and they could make a copy of it, and then they could make fraudulent checks.
Yes.
So you may need to make sure that you know who checks are coming from and who you're sending checks to.
Yes.
Then if you're using your debit card, again, there can be debit card fraud. We've all seen that happen before,
Sure.
where there's a data breach or something where you've swiped your card, or your card has been on file with a company, and then that company's database gets breached,
Yes.
and then those card numbers get sold to
God knows who.
to whomever, to criminals. But when you use your digital wallet and you go and you look at, if you're at any kind of merchant and you see it kind of looks like the Wi-Fi signal.
Okay.
If you see that on their point of sale system,
Uh-huh.
then that means they accept digital wallets.
Okay.
And if you use your digital wallet, every single transaction is encrypted, and a special key is created for that transaction. So your debit card information is not stored in that transaction.
Oh.
So that's why it's more secure than any other form of payment, because there is a special key that is created every single time you use your digital wallet.
So who knew? So how do you physically, I've never done that.
You've never done that.
No. So how do you physically use your
Your
number
digital
one,
wallet?
So you go to whether you have an Android phone or an Apple phone, it's going to be a little bit different probably.
So there's a couple of ways that you can add a card to your digital wallet. If you have Apple Pay, and I'm sure Google Pay is the same way, you can go in through that portion of your phone and add a card. But then if you do it that way, what happens is they have to send notification to your bank, and you then end up having to log into your online banking or something, just to kind of verify that you are who you say you are.
I mean, that's fair.
So there's kind of an extra step.
Yeah.
But if you are, let's say, a Vinton County National Bank customer and you have Card Hub, you can click on the card that you want and say, add to my wallet, and it just does it like that.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Pretty cool. Should we do it?
Let's do it. Can I put your credit card on my?
You can, but you won't get far.
Oh, same. Okay, so I've got my Vinton County National Bank login with my Face ID here. Is that safe enough?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is your business account.
Oh, so it's not.
Your business account is different. You can still do something, but we have something called Spend Track for our business customers.
Okay, so how do I do
So
that?
it's a little bit different. And I will have to get back to you on the Spend Track because I'm not as familiar with that.
See.
But do you have the personal
I don't think
online
I do.
banking?
No. Is that so weird? Okay. I don't. Okay.
So we
My
will
bad.
I
have the business thing.
We will research that
Yeah.
as well. But there are ways that you can use Spend Track too and do the exact same thing with your business accounts that you can with your personal accounts.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, absolutely. So you can just add that to your digital wallet, and
you just go in there, pull up the card that you want to use, click on it, and then
what you can do is if you are at a merchant and they have that point of sale, the little squiggly lines, what you can do is when they say they're ready, you just hold your phone up your digital wallet all automatically comes up.
Oh.
And just to kind of give you an example here, and unfortunately you guys won't be able to see this, but these are my wallet. This is my wallet with everything that I have, my
Okay.
different cards I have available, and I can choose which card I want. So let's say I want that card instead.
Okay.
Then that would be the card that I would use. And I just hold it near the reader
Okay.
and it'll say double click, and you double click to approve it, and it'll read your face to make sure that you are who you say you are, and then the transaction goes through.
How fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like a game.
It is. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. There's so many times I go to reach for my debit card. I'm like, nope, use your digital wallet because
Yeah.
that's safer.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I've always been suspect in putting all the cards in there because I thought that it was not safe.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is
Okay.
now, I mean,
The
you want to
opposite.
make sure that you have a passcode on your phone.
Yeah. for
So
sure.
that, if you would lose your phone or something, then you would be able to, make sure that
Yeah.
nobody's getting into it and taking your information.
Okay.
The other thing about Card Hub is, have you ever been somewhere, let's say like you're upstairs and you are on your phone and you want to buy something, but your wallet, your debit card is downstairs, and you're
Yes.
like,
All
I
the
wanted
time.
to buy this, but I didn't really want to drive. I don't want to walk downstairs. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
Well, you can pull up Card Hub and say, show me my card. And you put in a little code, and it'll bring up your card in full, show you all the digits on your card, your expiration date, the 3-digit code, and it's only good for about 30 seconds. So
You gotta type fast.
So you got to put that information in, but then it goes away, which is
Okay.
another security feature.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Pretty cool.
So see, and you can do all of this, or you don't have to do any of it.
And you don't have to do any of it. If you're just the old-fashioned person that wants to come in and talk and chat up the tellers, then that's fine too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because that's kind of fun too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it fun to just like talk to humans sometimes?
Yeah. I mean, we like to talk to humans.
Yeah.
A lot of people that don't like to talk to humans.
Speak for yourself.
This is why we get on Chris Henry's nerves.
Right?
We're like,
Chris is like, just give me the digital. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. Amanda's coming in today. We need to get Chris Henry on this show.
We do. He needs to come sit here between us.
He does. We should do that sometime.
you get him right
James
now.
is going to go try to get him. There is no way he's going to come in here, but we're going to try it anyway. Because he sends people in here all the time and says, so-and-so's coming in today. Lad.
Yeah.
Lad.
Lad. Lass. Yeah.
Oh, James is trying to find him. See-
He's left the building.
Oh, I bet he did.
He's like, they're going to try to get me in there. I'm leaving.
Oh, but dang it. Yeah, we need to get him in here the next
Yeah.
time. We'll trick him if nothing else.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, what are some of the other things that are, I mean, how is the construction project going in McArthur?
We're still waiting on some permits, I think.
Okay.
So, we've got
Shocker.
yeah, unfortunately.
Trust me, I understand about that.
Unfortunately, we do not have the go ahead quite yet, but
Okay.
we are, everybody's chomping at the bit. We're ready to get
Yeah,
started.
and the thing is, don't get discouraged with, folks that are trying to do these construction projects, because you do as much as you can until you can't. And if that makes any sense. And it's like, with our project that we're doing, you do as far as you can that your permitting allows you to do. Because a lot of times now it's partial permits.
Right.
So that you can do something, but not all the permits.
Sure.
So it's like a little bit at a time.
Right.
And,
Right.
that's just unfortunately the way, the permitting process works now.
Right.
So
Yeah. And unfortunately,
it's not like anyone's dragging their feet or not showing up to work or whatever. It's just,
it just is what it is.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that's like a contractor's nightmare, but
Oh, I have come to the conclusion that anybody that's a general contractor
it's just
up there
losing
with
their minds.
neurosurgeons should deserve any amount of money that they could possibly get, because it is
so many frustrations.
Yeah. And when thank God we have some wonderful general contractors around here, including, Randy Evans, and he has just been a gem as far as, resources, for me, just and some advice and things. Of course, we have a wonderful contractor, Jim Blair, that's doing work for us too. But we've been trying to kind of general contract this whole project ourselves. And oh my God.
Right. Yes.
You learn quickly why
Why a general contractor
why
is
they're important. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
So
the project
the project is
moving a little slower probably than you hope, but
Yep.
we're gonna get there.
yeah, and unfortunately, it's falls right around the corner,
Yeah.
and then winter around that corner.
Weather's gonna be a
So Weather will
factor.
be a factor, and it's just unfortunate, but we're still excited. We're still excited, and we want to get started.
It's going to be so worth it when it
Oh
gets
my gosh,
done.
it will.
And what a wonderful, wonderful thing for the community and for the customers. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it really will be.
Yeah.
So, and we just love the McArthur Vinton County community. So we're so happy to be there, and over 150 years now, and we're glad to be the bank of choice
Yeah.
in the community.
sure.
And that's why it's so important for us to give back to the community, because where it all started.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that brings us back to
The back to school
the
bash.
back to school bash.
Yep.
So give
Yep.
us all of the details again, just so
So
that people
from 12 to 3,
know.
excuse me, 12 to 3 on Saturday,
Mhm.
in the grassy area by the depot.
The grassy
in
knoll.
The grassy knoll. There'll be a lot
That was
more
a bad
fun
joke.
going.
Yeah.
A lot more
this will
fun.
This will be a good grassy
That's
knoll.
right, the good grassy knoll. We will have 2 inflatables and an obstacle course. We'll have face painting, some live animals, a couple fire trucks, one of them vintage. We'll have the Vinton County football team there to greet kids, and giving out hot dogs and snow cones, and just lots of fun stuff.
What's
Yes.
the weight limit for the bouncy house?
Yeah, can we do it?
Asking for a friend.
Asking
Yeah,
for a
hey,
friend.
Matt and Josh already decided they're coming up to bounce as well. So I think
If
we can
Matt
all
and
get
Josh
in there.
get in the bouncy house, there
I think we can.
may not be another
bouncy.
bouncy house.
Maybe instead of like 30 kids at one time, maybe it's just 1 or 2 grown-ups.
So funny.
But a bouncy house is fun, right?
Oh my gosh,
Oh
yes.
my.
Dude, how fun is that? And I'm sure that there's a lot of grown-ups like eyeballing that. Like I really
I'd
wonder if
really
I
like
can get
to-
in there.
Wonder if we could do the obstacle course.
Ooh, I don't know.
We could have a race.
No.
Hey, listen.
I am not racing you.
I heard
with
my name was
anything.
evoked the other day.
Yeah, because Courtney's a cheater too. And you've taught her.
Courtney was just doing what
Courtney-
she needed to do to ensure a win.
That's cheating. And she learned from the best.
I will say she has gotten
Cheater.
much more competitive in the last couple of years.
Woo.
I'm really proud of her.
She's real competitive about
This Pig
Yeah.
Wilson thing, she is just really losing her mind
It's
about
pretty
this.
good. It's pretty good.
I will say that the Pig Wilson is really good.
That
and
is good.
including
I will
the picture of
say,
Ham Wilson.
I will put Pig Wilson up against Joe Borrow, though.
Oh, yes.
Jackson County Banking Center has Joe Borrow,
Yes.
and it's pretty good as well.
By the way, I had to explain to James what that meant.
What? It
I'm
was
like-
a Bengals helmet.
I'm like a burrow, it's like a hog. No, that's a
boar.
burrow.
That's a
boar.
burrow, not a boar.
I had to literally. I'm like, dude, we need to go back to the fair and talk to some of these, 6-year-olds that know the answer to that question.
It's not burrow, it's Borrow.
Well, I get it now. I was confused.
It took me a
Um,
minute to explain it to him too.
We've already decided what the pig next year is going to be, right?
No,
So it's going to be
Is it Jeremiah?
No, it's going to. Well, that was an idea too.
that
but
was.
the most recent idea is that it will be the 1990 pig queen.
Oh, nice.
I'll
with
bring
a,
back
with
the
a little
tiara.
cowboy hat with a tiara on
That's
it,
right.
curly
Dude,
blonde hair,
That's kind of funny.
painted up to look like a
so
horse.
my
I
mom
love
dug
it.
out. Did you hear?
Mm-mm.
The hat and tiara has been found. It showed up here. My mother found
Did you wear it on camera?
Oh yeah. So my stepdad Davey dropped it off here, and Alex Shope brought it in, and we ceremoniously put it on my head. And
That's fun.
the ironic thing is, somewhere between 1990 in 2023, my head grew a lot. Now, there could be a lot of jokes about that, but the hat does not fit on Jen's head anymore. I'm like, how skinny was I?
Right? I know the rest of me grew, but
I mean, how does your head get bigger? So James said my hair's just fluffier, which
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't
that's
know
it.
that I believe that either, but it was a very kind thing for him to say. But yes, yes. So the hat and the horse queen tiara has been found.
nice.
It is currently
Nice.
there it is.
Fantastic.
Yep. There's
Yep.
baby Jen up there, and then there's big, Jen.
Baby Jen.
Thanks for calling the older fair queens.
the big queens. And there's,
Oh, that's fantastic.
but anyway, yep, there it is. In all her
Love
glory.
the hat.
Yep.
Yep, I can see that on the pig. Yeah.
I will lend you the hat, and of course the hat's bigger than the pig. But yeah. Yep. So there she is. It has been found. Just so all of you don't worry anymore about where my tiara is. And it has like pearls and rhinestones on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
and
fancy.
I'm sure they're real.
Oh, absolutely.
So Alex took off with it after the show. He was like, "Well, I heard that these pearls and rhinestones are real. I'm taking it." I said, "Yeah, I'm sure they are, buddy."
You have to run up to Terry's pawn shop.
I know. How much for the tiara? They'd be like, "Get out."
With the picture of the horse
With
queen.
with the horse queen picture. Oh my God, it was so funny. But
Oh,
anyway, yeah.
shoot. Yeah,
So-
that's good stuff.
Yeah, the mystery has been solved.
That is good
It still
stuff.
exists.
Yeah.
I thought it was long gone.
But the Hog Wild contest, what a good
It is.
project.
It is, and it's something that the Farm Bureau has been doing for probably way more years than we realize.
Mhm.
And we'll have to get Kim Harless in here to talk about it. But all of the money, if you see these pigs out and about in the community, they're not just for show. They're hungry, and the whole point
Feed the
is
pig.
you put money in them and feed them, and then all of that money that's taken out of those pigs goes to scholarships for our local kids.
Absolutely.
And
such a great project.
we all have. Listen to what I'm telling you. I have so much change in my car that it's like
Right?
the tires are
Mhm.
low.
That's right.
So
That's
just
right.
gather all that spare change up, get it out of your couch, whatever, throw it in a pig.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what pig it is, except for
Unless
if you're
it's
Courtney.
I mean,
it has to be
It
Pig
should
Wilson,
be Pig Wilson or Joe Borrow. I'm just saying.
or it could be Mrs. Merck as well. Just saying. Isn't that like such a good likeness?
It is. It's fantastic.
It's a little scary that how much. Yeah. And I love
love
the
it.
picture of Pam down there too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is, I mean, the attention to detail.
Oh, so good.
Absolutely.
He even like the pig even has like clothes just like
Mhm.
Pete Wilson.
Yeah, and it's got the camera around his neck.
Yep.
And, yep. And the notepad.
The pins. Oh, if that thing doesn't have a pin attached right here, does it?
Yeah, it's in his back pocket.
Oh, okay.
Pocket it has, but yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
I love it. No, it's so good, and it does deserve to be fed a lot. So yeah,
And
come
the-
out here and feed Pig
it's
Wilson.
the editor of the Teleham.
The Teleham.
Yes. You guys are just so creative.
Yeah, not me, Courtney.
Yeah, it's Courtney.
It's all Courtney.
Courtney. She
So-
does a fantastic job.
But yeah, so you all did a kind of a Joe Burrow pig out at the Jackson Banking
We
Center.
did.
And
We
so very good. And I was out there yesterday to sign some papers. And it is whoever did that pig did such an amazing job. And I was telling the girls about it.
Yeah.
I was like, this pig is beautiful and it's so shiny and
Yep.
perfect. And they were like, yeah. And I don't know who did the pig. So good job to you, whoever did it. But it is fantastic.
Yeah, they did a great job. And we actually made a donation. So sometimes when you see our employees in jeans, they have paid money to be able to wear jeans that day. And whatever money is raised goes to a charity. So right now, when you see them wearing jeans, the money is going to the Farm Bureau.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to feed the pig.
so good.
But earlier in the year, when the Bengals were in the playoffs, and they were, it was against the Chiefs, and we decided that everybody should be able to wear jeans and pay $5 to be able to wear jeans that day. So bank wide, people got to wear jeans and wear their Bengals t-shirts if they were a Chiefs fan, we let them do
I mean,
that, or a Browns fan.
Whatever, but
But the point was, we were trying to.
did you wear your fake cheap Bengals, Joe Burrow Bengals shirt?
No, I wore my Evan McPherson because he's the kicker, and since I have a kicker, so
I gotcha.
Yeah, I wore Evan's jersey. But anyway, so we raised some money, and that money all went to the Joe Burrow Foundation.
Oh, very good.
Which all the money comes back to Southern Ohio.
Love
so yeah, it was fantastic, and recently sent that check off to them, and so I sent a letter to the Joe Burrow Foundation and sent pictures of our Joe Burrow pig as well. So,
yeah, so cool. Oh,
Yep,
there it is.
there
Thanks,
he is.
Dylan. Look how good that is.
yeah.
I love as he's like standing on like a little grassy.
I know, right?
Like a field.
Yep.
So cute.
Yep. We love our Joey B. So
Yes. Who doesn't?
good
Very,
stuff.
very good. So yeah, so their pig needs fed as well.
Yeah. So, just one of the ways that Vinton County National Bank tries to give back to the community. And I know I've mentioned before when I came on to talk about our Community Champions account that community of our 5 core values, it's really kind of the crux of everything we do. And so many organizations say, oh, community, but like we really mean it. Like we ask every one of our employees to give at least 8 hours of volunteer time to their community every year. And we give them PTO time. If they volunteer on their own time, we will give them PTO time. For every 2 hours that they donate, we're giving them an hour of PTO time.
Okay.
So, we think it's important.
It is important, and you're exactly right about that.
Yeah. We recently won an award from the Columbus Business First for being a company that gives back to the community. In their large category, we were one of 12 companies that was awarded for.
Now that's saying something.
Absolutely. And really, I think not just the money that we gave in 2022 to all of our communities, but the amount of time that we volunteered. So like when we say we're volunteering, it's not just that we're doing financial education at Vinton County High School,
Right.
but we are also like volunteering in the football concession stand. We have multiple employees who are coaches who volunteer their time.
Sure.
We are, we're there, whether it's a coach or just volunteering in a concession stand or doing a Friday night kickoff event, or there's just so many things that we're doing within the community that we're just volunteering.
That's so good.
So it's important.
Yeah, and it has to be so rewarding to work at a place like that. And by the way, there are some positions open if you're interested in employment and you didn't hear our earlier discussion at Vinton County National Bank. You can just go to their website, check it out. But yeah, it has to be rewarding to be a part of a company that has that value still.
We really, really, every company says our employees are our biggest assets, right?
Right.
And it's,
no,
we don't
they
pay.
don't.
No,
they don't.
Well,
but they should. They
should. And you hear it a lot, but like we don't just say it, we actually live it. So, whether it is with our employee benefits package, personal time off, employees at Vinton County National Bank, they get their birthday off every year.
Really?
I mean, there aren't many companies that do that.
No.
So that's just an extra day that you get to take if you want. And, we give time off for volunteering in the communities and just the healthcare benefits and the 401k and just all of the things that you get for being an employee of the bank. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great place to work.
Absolutely. And you do fun things like
back to school bashes.
Where you can attend and, bring the kiddos out. And like you said, it's not about anything. It's a free event. You don't have to be a customer. You don't have to be a Vinton County student, whatever.
No,
just come out.
Just come and enjoy yourself and have a great day. Yeah. Enjoy all the festivities. You don't have to stay the full 3 hours if you don't want to. Come bring the kids. Hang out for an hour, get some lunch, and head on home.
Pet an animal.
We're
going to have James there.
Yeah. And don't forget that we also don't forget that our partners, McArthur Police and the Vinton County Sheriff's Departments, will be there. They'll be talking to kids, and they'll have their cruisers there for kids to take a look at.
Sure.
Again, we'll have those fire trucks for kids to take a look and learn some safety things. And and we'll have a DJ. We'll also have Vinton County Health Department will be there. They'll be giving out some things, and OSU Extension Center too. So I mean, we've got a lot of partners that'll be there that'll be giving away free things, and then we'll be giving out some free goodie bags as well. So
perfect.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's a fun free day. I mean, when you're like the kids are cooped up and they're getting antsy because you have to go back to school.
It's like they don't want to go back to school, but they're kind of ready to go back to school
and
because
you're
they're
ready
a little
for them
bored,
to go back
and
to
you're
school.
definitely ready for them to go back.
Yeah,
to
like
school.
this is a great way for you to bring them up and just get all that energy out of them.
Yeah, let them go bounce off the side of a bouncy house.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, very good.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, so that sounds like a good day. Thank you all for what you're doing, and I think that's just amazing.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah,
we love it. It's gonna be a fun day.
Heck yeah, we can't wait to see the new building as well. It's going to be so fun.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah, but you can check out where it's going to be built and the
yeah,
lot
sure.
and the progress.
If you haven't
and all
been
that.
up there and you haven't seen yet, you can come see the area and you can see where it's going to go and the renderings that we've got sitting out.
Yeah, absolutely. Just stop in and say hey. I think one of the cool things that you guys do too is you have that, and we showed it when we went up there, but that like kind of museum in the in the lobby of the current bank. And if you can find the right person to have them kind of talk you through all of the stuff, I mean, it's really, really interesting.
Oh, it's amazing.
100+ years of information right
Absolutely. And, it's not just the bank. I mean, it's centered around the bank, right?
Yeah.
But because the bank has been part of the community for so long,
Yes.
it's really about Vinton County.
Yeah.
It's the history of Vinton County.
Sure.
So there's so much cool stuff in that museum. Every time I'm in there, I see something new that I'm like, oh, wow, that's really cool.
I mean, just, yeah. And Vinton County, in the McArthur area and whatever, I assume, I know there's still a big logging and timber industry there. I don't know if that's how the community got started. Or, that was the original way people, made money or whatever. So that would be interesting to look into too.
Yeah. I feel like I should know that, but I don't.
But yeah, I mean, certainly the timber industry and logging and whatnot is, kind of the
absolutely, it's
the
huge.
mainstay of their of the community now. So very, very cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool things going on in Vinton County. You got the Moonville Rail Trail.
Oh my gosh.
The Hotel McArthur's being renovated. And
yes.
It just is going to be. I just think it's going to be great for Vinton County in terms of tourism and bringing people to the area. And
I think it is. And, that idea of extending, Hocking Hills down to McArthur. So at our beer event last night, we were in Circleville, really cool store, and they're a very good customer of ours. It's called Beer and Wine, but it's spelled kind of
funky.
Yeah. But super, super cute. Local couple owns the store and work it and whatever. But one of the guys that came in, she has beer and wine. And so he's really into wine and whatever. And he was telling us that he just opened an Airbnb in New Plymouth.
Oh, wow.
And so we were talking about that, and he's very, very knowledgeable about wine. Well, he bought some of our beer to put into his Airbnb for the guests this weekend. He thought that they would enjoy it, which I thought was a very cool. Local thing. And he's like, hopefully we can get him to come down and whatever. But he was like, it's in, I was like, so New Plymouth, is that Hocking? Is that Hocking County? He was like, no, we chose the Vinton County side. We really wanted to be in the Vinton County side. He's like, we just thought it would just be better for our purposes and whatever. And I was like, cool.
Right.
Yay. So that's, Hocking Hills coming our way because the folks that are going to stay there, obviously staying there because of Hocking Hills, but they're staying on the Vinton County side. So it is coming this way.
Sure. Absolutely. And you mentioned wine and beer. The Chevalier Winery is in Vinton County, and it is kind of there between the Hocking Hills and McArthur. And what a fabulous place that is!
Yes,
it just is beautiful countryside, great wine. Sometimes they have food trucks there, and what a great addition to Vinton County. To have that as well. And you're right. All of that is kind of coming that direction.
Yeah. So once again, it's our little Appalachian area growing and people understanding that maybe the simplistic lifestyle. I don't want to say that sounds kind of weird, but like the beauty that we live in and whatever that we're just have grown accustomed to.
Yeah, you are
is-
absolutely correct. And as you travel, and I know my dad says it all the time because he built his house right in the middle of the woods on
correct.
the edge of a ravine, and he says all the time, I've traveled all over the world and all over the country, and there is no place like Appalachia, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
the hills, and
gorgeous.
especially in the summer,
Oh gosh.
summer and the fall.
Summer in the fall. And
Yeah.
you get to understand it, and we just growing up here maybe need to stop and take a second to
Yeah.
appreciate it more.
Right. And have you ever, I know this seems strange, but have you ever like looked at your house and just been like, I'm tired of my furniture. I'm tired of this. It just,
All
you
the
just get
time.
into around
Yes.
you all the time,
You're
right?
just like, ugh.
But if you take a mirror and you look at it kind of backwards, it gives you a different perspective and you go, oh, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
This looks a little different. It's kind of like the same thing. I think
Yeah.
that, you see you've been immersed in Jackson County, Vinton County for so long that you just you're so used to it. You miss the
desensitize
beauty.
to it.
You get desensitized to it. And so, sometimes you just have to like stop and look around.
Yeah, and stop to smell the roses, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
it's the same people that you talk to that live in New York and have never seen the Statue of Liberty
right.
because it's just there
Right.
and they know they can see
Right.
it, but it's not that important to them. Or
Right,
the
yeah.
Empire State Building,
or the people who live in Hilton Head and don't ever go to the beach.
Yeah, I mean,
They
you're
don't
just
see
like
the ocean.
It's there all the
It's
time, so
there.
I don't appreciate
Right.
it. So it's
Yeah.
the same thing. But people travel all over the world to come to little old southeastern Ohio
Mhm.
and visit Hocking Hills, and now it is coming this way, Vinton County,
Yes.
and
hopefully it continues to come to Jackson County with Orca and all of the fantastic things people are doing in Southern Ohio that Jackson County is going to be getting to be a part of soon. So yeah, hopefully it all comes this way.
There you go. And it's just it's great. So take some time today, walk outside, hug a tree. And no,
Stop
just
and smell the
seriously,
flowers.
stop, seriously. Take 5 minutes and look around.
Yeah. It's
And
funny.
be like, wow, if I lived in New York, all I would see is concrete and buildings over
right.
top of my head.
Mikey Straight takes some photographs, and she's taken some nice landscape photographs of Jackson and Vinton counties. And I purchased some for our house.
Yeah.
And somebody came in one day who is from Jackson County and said, "Wow, these photos are amazing. Where were these taken?" And I was like, "Here,
out
Yeah.
in the back 40.
here, Jackson, Vinton County. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just something good. And so, do we live in a big city with malls everywhere and whatever? No. But you give and you take.
that's right.
And I've said this 100 times, like, we laugh because we go to the big city, like we go to Columbus or Cincinnati or Cleveland or something for like a vacation, and everyone that lives there
Comes
here.
What was that
So-
show where they did like the house swap? Like you could,
Yes.
like I'll go stay in your house for a week. You come stay in my house for a week.
It's a very good
Maybe do
thing.
that.
Yeah. It's really a smart idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just wherever you are, the antithesis of that is your
Right.
vacation,
Yeah,
right? So,
exactly.
yeah. But whatever, here we are. Well, so what else do you have going on? We have a few minutes to talk. Is Ethan doing well?
He
Or
is. He
is he
is.
going to be
Senior
able to
year.
play football?
He's playing football.
Good.
Yeah, he's fully recovered.
If y'all don't know, he had a
neck injury,
neck injury last year and
He
wasn't able to
did.
play.
And fortunately, he saw his surgeon. His surgeon said you're 100% golden, but I'd like you to see a sports doctor just to make sure.
Okay.
And Coach Hall hooked us up with a group in Beacon Orthopedics in Cincinnati.
Okay.
That actually they work on the Reds, and
Okay.
The doctor there has been seeing him a couple of times, and he said, "You are 100% ready to go." He said, "I'm clearing you for all sports."
Oh, youth, I tell
and
you. Wait, how's mom feel about this?
I was, you have mixed emotions.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah.
you're grateful because my goodness, it could have been so much worse.
He wasn't injured playing sports. He was injured like literally diving into a pool.
Right.
Like a freak accident.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, and so, as a parent, you think, oh my gosh, do you really want him to go back out there? And it was funny because my husband said to the doctor, now, if he were playing any other position other than kicker, we wouldn't let him play. And the doctor goes, but I'm telling you, he can. And we're like, yeah, but we wouldn't let him. He's like, but I'm telling you, he could be a linebacker and he would be fine.
Oh, okay.
So we're like, okay, but we really still wouldn't let him.
It's a good thing. He's a really good kicker. For his sake, yeah.
So
Good.
he is, this has been like, they've had 2-a-days. Today is the senior lunch. He had his senior picnic with Coach Hall last night. And then we had Meet the Team last week.
Yay.
Senior night is a week from tomorrow.
Can you believe that? Is that the first game?
It's first game.
Man.
Yeah. First game against Logan here at Alumni Stadium. And so that'll be exciting. And he's doing kicks for coats again.
Okay.
So I'm sure he'd love to come on the show and talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit. But
That'd be great.
he ended up giving away 134 coats last year.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So he's
good.
trying to surpass that this year, and he's looking for donations. And so things are going well.
Very cool.
It's funny because he's child number 4. So,
I know.
So we've been like, getting them all out of the house.
Yeah,
And then
until-
the last week, I've just been like weepy. Like, I didn't expect that. I really was like, yes. But
No, I get it.
yeah.
It's a lot of mixed emotions.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an emotional year. Our
Yeah.
oldest, Evan, moved to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Second son, Jake, is getting married in October.
Yes.
Joe graduated from college and has now decided to go back to school because he decided he didn't like his degree that he's in. And Ethan's going to be a senior and graduating. So it's a big year for the Crabtrees.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. It's a
Oh,
lot.
honey. Well, if you need a shoulder, here we are. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, our good friend Amanda, thank you for spending the morning with
Hey,
us.
thanks for chatting with me. It's good to see you guys.
Yes, you too. And next time we'll get Chris Henry in here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Stick
To go.
him right here. Rose between two thorns.
Yes.
Two thorns.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah. I couldn't even get it out because it's not true.
No, I know. It's definitely not true. Okay. Well, have a wonderful day, everyone. Don't forget about the great event this coming weekend in McArthur. And free for
Everything's
the
free,
kids.
12 to 3.
Free for everybody. So just come on out,
That's
hang
right.
with the folks from Vinton County Bank.
Yeah, come see me. I'll be there.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, thank you for watching. We'll be right back here tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.